What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Let's see. Somehow my camera ended up getting tweaked, so let me adjust it real fast. That's a little better, I think. All right. What's going on, Silas? What's going on, Jax? What's going on, AMA? How are we doing today? How are we doing? Silas says, I'm good. What about you? Doing good, living the dream, having a productive day. Did a little bit of work, freed up a little time this afternoon. Felt like doing a little bit of writing, so I started doing that, and then next thing I knew, I had some talking notes for a stream, so I figured I'd check with you guys and see if anybody was interested, and it sounded like the answer was yes. So what's going on, Spark? Welcome to the show. Don't know how long this one is going to be, just so that everyone is aware. Like I said, literally just had nothing going on, and I had some talking notes that I figured I could go through. So this may end up being a 20-minute one, just going through the notes. This may end up being a longer one with a lot of chat interaction. It's all up to you guys, really. What's going on, IDK? Welcome. Oh, and I just ordered a set of thumb chucks. Very cool. Excited for you. All right. Let's see. I think I've decided what I'm going to get next. Okay, AMA, I am curious. What do you think you're going to be getting next? Is this after the Kraken that you've been talking about, or is this instead of the Kraken? Have your decisions changed since the last update I'm aware of? All right. So, if you guys did not notice or did not piece it together based off of the title of today's stream, what we're talking about today is feeling valued in the community. So the way that I look at it and the way that I kind of walked through my talking notes starts with feeling wanted in a community. There's a difference between feeling like you're being tolerated and feeling like you're actually wanted. You know, when you're tolerated, oh, I should probably flip. Okay. When you're tolerated, you're essentially allowed to be present so long as you continue to meet certain criteria, meaning you're not too annoying, you're not asking too many questions, you're not too clingy, you're not making anybody irritated, more or less. That's one way you can look at it. What's going on, PS5, the only one? So that's what it's like to be tolerated, but to actually be wanted is different. When you're wanted, you're accepted by people for being exactly who you are, not trying to be somebody else. No matter what your personality is like, no matter how many questions you have for the people around you, or how much you do or don't want to connect with the crowd. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, hi, it's David. Okay, hi, David. Welcome. I saw you go live when I tried to connect. It wasn't letting me connect. I don't know why. I tried a couple of times and it just was not letting me connect to your stream, so I don't know if I just missed it or whatnot, but I'm sorry, Matthew. I totally missed your stream. Wait, no, I'm sorry. David, totally missed your stream, not Matthew. Let's see. So yeah, when you're wanted, you're accepted for being who you are. No matter what your personality is like, no matter how many questions you have, no matter whether you do or don't want to interact with the crowd, or however much you do want to interact with everybody else. You know, not only is it accepted for being your authentic self, you're actually encouraged to do so. You know, when you're accepted, when you're wanted, you know, the people who are around you actually want to know who you are, as opposed to just acknowledging your inclusion and moving on. So, you know, when you're feeling wanted in a community, you know, you have moments where somebody, you know, is actually making you feel like you're belonged. You know, kind of like what you guys do in the stream. When you join the chat, you guys see who else is in the stream, and you reach out and you say hi. You know, when you say hi in a stream and others in the chat chime in and welcome you to that chat, that's those are moments where people are making you feel belonged. When somebody has a question in the chat and I don't know the answer for it, and you guys jump in and provide those answers, those are important things that you guys are actually doing for the community and for the people who are showing up. So it's really cool. And then feeling being wanted in a community also brings people together who would otherwise never meet. So you have friends that are from all over the country, if not all over the world. Where the only real common connection is, in our case, in this case, the desire to connect and share, the love of a thing, and that thing happens to be flipping a balisong. Let's see. The Seraph is lighter, more durable, and bigger, plus it has unique balance that's adjustable. Oh, and it's got T15 hardware. I think I missed something. After going over specs and reviews, I think I'm going to get a Seraph. I like the Kraken and understand its value as a... Ooh, I don't know what OA flipper means. But I kind of want something more unique. So you're going with the Seraph. Got it. Very cool. How exciting. I look forward to... hearing your opinions on it when you get your hands on it. Let's see. Jack says, eke out. I don't know what we are eking out about. All right. So that was the feeling of being wanted in a community. Next on my notes, we have small actions that make someone feel valued. And these are things that, you guys do all the time. I do my best to do all the time. And that is, doing something simple like remembering somebody's username. If you've seen somebody pop up in the chat before, recognizing them. Or one thing that I do is when I notice somebody's name pop up that I haven't seen before, I make sure that they know that I recognize them as new and welcome them and, let them know if they have any questions they can ask. So just making sure that when I know somebody shows up, that they're recognized and feeling welcome. And then, if you're seeing somebody else's clips or watching somebody else's videos, commenting, complimenting on their flow, on, what they did, hyping them up on something that they just landed, encouraging somebody who's struggling. And giving constructive feedback instead of criticism. So if you see somebody struggling with something and you notice that it's because they're doing something wrong, don't be down on the fact that they're doing something wrong. Instead, just point out what they can maybe do to improve and get better at it. As opposed to pointing out the negative, basically just help instruct someone on improvement. And then inviting somebody to collaborate. And this one's weird. This one is interesting for me because it actually happened to me today. And it made me feel really good. I didn't do it because okay, so somebody reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a collaboration stream. That was really cool. It made me feel really good about, me and what I'm doing and the fact that somebody wanted to bring me along to their stream and do something like that. I happen to be a pretty shy person by nature. That's actually part of the reason why I do streams, is to kind of cope with that and work on becoming more comfortable with public speaking and interacting with people. One thing that I learned though, because I have done a collaboration stream before with Ethan, and one thing that I learned is that when I'm sharing the stage with somebody else on stream, my default shifts from being focused on the chat and caring about and taking care of everybody who's participating in the chat. My focus shifts over to caring about that person that I'm sharing the chat with, not wanting to waste their time, and making sure that they're not embarrassed by anything that I say, anything that I do. So my focus actually shifts from the Unkling's well-being to my collaborators' well-being. Which is notable, and it's a good thing, but when I go into these streams, I go into them with my first goal being, and always being, those that we have in the chat. So until I can worry less about who I'm sharing the chat with, and in those live streams, and I can kind of get over that, I will probably continue to remain solo on live streams. But it was an offer that was made, and it was really well received. It made me feel good. So those types of, reaching out to somebody, letting them know that that you see what they're doing, that you like what they're doing. In that case, that you have interest in participating with them, hyping them up when you see somebody doing something good, commenting and liking, subscribing to somebody new who's doing something that you see is cool. I mean, all those things are small actions that anybody can do to make somebody else in the community feel valued. Let's see, what's going on, Pico? Welcome. What's going on, Tony? Hello. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. We're coming to the close of it. So hopefully everybody has had a solid weekend and is closing it out nicely, has a good week in store for them. Just running through my talking notes today. Next, so far we have covered the feeling of being wanted in a community and small actions that can make somebody feel valued. Next, we have progress recognition in the hobby. I'm going to flip the cap. What's going on, Matthew? What's your favorite flipper that you have so far? I don't know. That's a real tough one. I will say the one that I am enjoying, I will say the one that I'm picking up and flipping the most right now is going to be, honestly, it's the Refault, but I was just flipping that, so I'm not going to jump right back into it. But the Tonto Refault with pink scales has been the one I've been flipping the most. What's going on, LeBreton? Tony, how did you know the Moon Bear was going to bind? Okay, so the one I've been flipping intentionally the most has been the Kraken. So I'll flip that one. So next, progress recognition in the Balisong hobby. What I have here is with regards to how long tricks can learn. And this one kind of hits home for me because everybody is different. And when you're in a community, a skill-based community like this, where the community is kind of built around this fidget toy and doing tricks on it. Obviously you have to learn tricks. That's one of the integral parts of flipping Balisong and being in the hobby is that trick progression. But the thing is, everybody has a different plan and everybody has a different pace, and that's okay. So you look at me, and I am far less skilled in flipping than somebody else who's been flipping for 8 months. But my approach in my practice and what I'm trying to do and the way that I'm trying to do it is totally different than someone who, say, flips 4 hours a day and is trying to learn as many tricks as quickly as possible. Whereas I don't know how much of the day I flip. I don't really pay that much attention to it. But every time I do flip, I'm very, very thoughtful with regards to what it is that I'm doing, how I'm approaching it, how I'm looking at the Balisong, what it is that I'm flipping, all of those things. I'm very, very intentional. But because of that, I'm very slow. I don't move on to the next trick until I've borderline perfected the one that I'm currently working on. So yeah, tricks can take different times for people to learn. And with that, it can become discouraging when you feel like your progress has stalled. Whether that's dealing with consecutive drops or just not being able to get the transition that you're looking for, or the Bali keeps flipping the wrong direction, you keep hitting the bite side of the blade, whatever the case may be. You have those moments of discouragement as well. But the difference there is what encouragement can bring to the table. So that, it's kind of like everybody remembers their first Balisong. I would assume a lot of people also remember that first time that they got a compliment, an unexpected compliment with regards to their flipping. You know, the first time you were able to, first time you were told that your flips were clean. You know, the thing is, we're always in a position where we can give somebody that sort of encouragement. It's just a simple click away, and you can like a clip that you see. You can comment and say something as simple as, you know, sick clip, or sick flips, or a fire emoji. And something as small as that can totally make somebody's day and encourage them to keep on trying and keep on doing what they're doing. It's really cool, and it's really easy to do. So that is progression, recognition in the hobby. I'm going to take a break from talking notes real quick and get caught up in chat. LeBreton, yo, what's up? Matthew says, ultimate competition, the cat or the cheese? I don't know yet. I still don't. I'm back and forth. I really don't. Back on the main account. I wonder how the Kraken trainer compares to the live. I hear that the trainer is more handle bias, maybe. I don't know. I know that there's a difference. I don't know what the difference is. Get a clone Kraken trainer and take the blade. It's valid though. I flip for fun, but I don't keep track of time. So same. Where did you get, or when did you get your first Bali? So my first Balisong that I was able to flip was a 3D printed one, similar to, I don't have an example because it broke. But the first one I bought two actually. I bought the Squiddy U, and I bought the Nibalis Teflon Vulp, because I didn't know if I was going to like plastic or metal. So I got one of each, and my preferences are with the heavier metal Balisongs, but I still have some plastic ones. Let's see. Oh, and the when was about 8 months ago. I've been flipping for about 8 months now. I just spam learn new tricks. See, and that's the difference between you and I, LeBreton. You are very much a spam new tricks learner, and then you clean up I'm assuming you then clean up the edges as you go. Whereas I am learn one trick, clean up all the edges, then move on to the next trick. So everybody's different, but yeah, that's okay. Probably a little too much. That combined with watching it frame by frame and breaking it down to myself with two hands. Okay, fair. Frame by frame is literally the best way to learn anything. True. Java, what's going on, Java? Hello, welcome to the show. I stand by it for real. Okay, so we are caught up. We will go back to our talking notes. So next up we have okay, so let's see, how many people, who do we have in the chat? Not who do we have, how many people do we have in the chat? Okay, 7. I'm just basically going back and saying how often I need to remind everybody what we're talking through. So again, we're talking through feeling valued in the community. We've talked through the feeling of being wanted in the community versus being tolerated. We've talked through the small actions that make somebody feel valued. Progress recognition in the Balisong hobby. Next we have being the person who welcomes new flippers. And this is, you know, kind of one of the things that I try to do. So it's, like I said before, it's kind of like everybody remembers their first Balisong. Similarly, anyone who came into the Balisong hobby with a associated story has that story deeply seated in their relationship with the community. You know, you have the power to make that a very positive and memorable experience for those who are just joining the hobby. Myself being a good example, you know, when I joined the hobby, I immediately started reaching out to the people that I was watching on YouTube, letting them know that I was here, letting them know what I was trying to do in the community, and it was very well received. I got a lot of positive engagement. I got a lot of positive feedback. It made me feel really good, not only about my decision to reach out, but also my decision to make the move that I was making into the Balisong hobby, starting to make content and videos at the time, moving into live streaming and stuff like that. But none of that would have happened had I not had the initial interaction that I had from the people in the community. But everybody has that ability. You know, new people often feel intimidated by more advanced flippers. Seeing a clip drop from somebody that you haven't seen before, and then dropping a simple comment like sick flip or that fire emoji that I talked about, something simpler than simple and similar to that, has a real lasting impact on someone who's just dropping their first clip. Experienced people can have a very strong impact on setting the tone for kindness within the community. You know, when you have top tier flippers in the community who are equally accessible to those just entering in the hobby, you know, it makes an ocean of new very quickly scale down to a pond. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you're first getting into the hobby, first getting into the community, there's a lot to experience. There's a lot going on. And that can feel very overwhelming. But the fact that the top tier people in the community, you know, are just a DM away on Instagram, and that 9 times out of 10, they're going to respond kindly. Like I said, that sets the tone, that sets a precedent. That is a repeatable action that then that person who gets that positive response, they remember that. That sets the tone for them and their involvement with the community, and the likelihood that they're going to have a similar response to someone who reaches out to them. It's the domino effect. Kindness beget kindness. All right, let's check on chat, see what's going on. You should low-key flip a normal Vulp to see the difference from the Teflon Vulp. I have been flipping, where is it? The Teflon Vulp, or I'm sorry, the Vulp Pro. So this is the only other Vulp that I have to play around with. I do enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the Vulp, or the Teflon Vulp. But it's a solid flipper, and it does everything that I need for it to do. So it's great. My Kraken is sharp again. I keep missing your streams, LeBreton, and it is making me sad. Sharpening stream. 15-minute live stream goes hard. Yeah, LOL, it was real short that time. Okay, so I didn't miss too much. That's good to know. Hey, y'all, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. For real, everyone like up. I appreciate it, LeBreton. Thank you. I always forget, but really, at the end of the day, it's cool that you guys like the stream, but you know, I don't. Just like I don't, do all of this for the views. I don't care about the likes either. So long as somebody is getting something out of this beyond just me, that's really what I'm caring about. So next we have, because I think that was everything for being the person that welcomes new flippers. Yes. All right. Friendship through shared passion. So hobbies can accelerate friendships. And what I mean by that is, like, obviously you can meet new friends through any hobby, including the Balisong hobby. I've met new friends as well. But what I'm realizing, what I'm finding very interesting, is how hobbies actually accelerate the building of those friendships. And that can be done through simple stuff as well as more complicated stuff. Things like sharing your clips, sharing your slow-mos so that other people can do what you're doing in your clips. Doing Bali dares so that you can kind of flex your skills and challenge other people to flex theirs. And in doing so, you're creating a well-intended relationship of challenge and reward. It's really neat. But why do people connect in the Balisong hobby so quickly? I think it's because you have shared interests that spark deep connections that actually take root very quickly, because you can't you can't dive into a hobby like balisong flipping and have it not have some sort of, I mean, I guess you can. There are some people, I'm sure, that just see this as a knife and it be a fidget thing that they get to flip around with. But most people that I've talked to so far have a more deeply seated connection with the balisong, with the flipping, what they get out of it, whatever the case may be. And when you have a deep-seated core attribute like that, and then you meet somebody else who has that same deep-seated core attribute, your natural connection is going to be more deep-seated and natural because you guys have, you know, a natural connection that you can relate to. So I think that's my uneducated 2 cents on why I think balisong people can often connect really quickly. Why I think that it's been working that way for me thus far. And then you have the difference between casual viewers and a real community. You know, people like, or people who are showing up consistently. You know, going to the extent where, like you guys know, I live stream. You know, there are times like today where I will reach out to the community and say, you know, hey, I'm interested in doing a live stream, but I don't know what to talk about. Do you guys want to just chit chat on live stream today? Or, hey, I have talking notes, but I wasn't planning on doing a live stream. Do you guys want to watch a live stream today? And you guys let me know. But there are other times, which I never would have gone into any of this expecting, where people have reached out to me saying, hey, can you do a live stream? Like, I haven't been thinking about it. I have not been planning on it. But someone has some sort of desire to tune in and, you know, watch me flip. And that's really cool. I mean, that's part of this whole, like, you know, friendship through shared passion. Like, I like doing this. I like, you know, putting my content out there. You guys like seeing it. And periodically I'll be asked, you know, hey, can you go live when you weren't planning on it? And that's really cool. Let's see. Hype. Okay, hold on. I just read my favorite cereal, so I missed something. You deserve every like you can get, bro. I love your content. Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. About to pour myself a big bowl of honey roasted oats. Hype, my favorite cereal. Nice. That sounds good. I want some cereal, but it's 10 p.m. You can have cereal at 10 p.m. I mean, unless you're told you can't and it's against the rules, and then you can't. But I will eat cereal at 10 p.m. Absolutely goated cereal. Dude, Bali dares are one of my favorite part of the hobby. It's so cool. Let's see. I love doing Bali dares. On the other side, balisong is my coping method at this point. Understood. LOL. Cool. So we were caught up there. So Bali dares are one thing that just Friday night, I was having a conversation where Bali dares came up, and I actually found myself understanding and appreciating, you know, the purpose of Bali dares in the community a whole lot more than I was before. Before I saw it just more as a competitive, haha, you can't do it sort of thing, as opposed to more of an encouraging, hey, I believe in you, I think you can do it sort of thing, as well as just crafting or continuing to improve your craft at flipping and learning something new. So yeah, I have a newfound appreciation for Bali dares, but I'm still too scared to get into them at this point. But I'm going to continue to keep my eye out for an opportunity to maybe one day try one. All right. So that gets us through to my closing thoughts. The thing is, I mean, really what it boils down to is that communities thrive, you know, when people intentionally lift each other up. So after the stream, while you guys are scoping out YouTube, checking out Instagram, getting on Reddit, doing whatever you do to consume your balisong content, look for an opportunity to lift somebody up today. It's not only going to make them feel better about being who they are and choosing to share whatever it is that they've put out there, but it'll make you feel better for the simple act of being good to somebody. the ballad song community is not just about tricks. It's important to keep in mind that it is about people. So, love everybody and give everybody the opportunity to love you back. Get out there and meet somebody new. Get out there and let somebody know that you're glad that you're there and that you're glad that they're out there doing what they're doing. Really what it boils down to is spread love and support the community. Be there for everybody else. And like I said, let everybody, if you're comfortable with it, let people be there for you. Yeah, that's what I got today, folks. And that was just about 30 minutes on the dot. So I'll get to flipping and give you guys some time to figure out what you guys want to do. And we will either wrap up stream or get to chit-chatting. For the time being, though, I will flip the Zyzics. Let's see. Nice seed choker improvement. I really want to see you land the ice pick catch perfectly, though. I might send you a breakdown if you're fine with it. I am absolutely fine with it. Yes, please. Pico says, if you could keep one Bali from all of the ones that you were lent, which one would it be? So I would say, without question, it would be the AcidWorks Zyzics. This one has had a very noticeable impact on my flipping journey as a whole, because this one has, like, I don't know if it's just the sound or the combination of the sound and the feel in the hand, or the fact that it just meets all of my flipping preferences, or all of those things combined. But with all of those things combined, flipping the Zyzics brought my attention to a part of the flipping experience that I wasn't previously paying attention to, which is more of the ballad song dynamic itself, the feel in the hand, the direction that it's going, how it's trying to go there, the impact that the handle weight has on the overall flipping. It made me completely view the art of ballad song flipping completely different. And I've been able to then take that and apply that to the Stitch V2, apply that to the Kraken, apply that to the Squid Trainer, the Barracuda V2, my own Bally's, and I have been enjoying flipping all of them much, much more, and I have been flipping all of them much, much better. My flow has improved. So I would say, which one would I keep if I could? It would be the Zyzics, without question, because it's my grail ballad song. But it's also the one that was the linchpin for this experience kind of turning into what it did. Before, it was an experience where I just got to try all of these really sick ballad songs, and just kind of go ham and really have an experience. But instead, what it's done is it's changed the fundamental understanding of everything about these things for me. So yeah, it's been a wild ride thus far. The one that I would keep, if I could keep anyone, would be the Zyzics. The one that I think I'm going to enjoy the most when I get my own version of it is going to be the Kraken. So those were my two top picks coming out of what I got from Ethan and Ted to play around with. All right. Stitch for me because I have all the others. Fair. I really enjoy the Stitch too. Originally, the Stitch was the one that I loved the absolute most. I do enjoy the Kraken more than the Stitch now, because while the Stitch fans beautifully, I do have a couple areas that I struggle maneuvering the ballad song. I can still do it, I just have to be very intentional, and the Kraken just does everything exactly how I need it to do. Guys, imagine in like 3 years we see Bali Unc pull up to Bali Comp and win it. LOL. Yeah, right. That would be cool though. Has the tiered list you did with Ethan changed at all? It definitely has. I don't have a updated list yet, but I can tell you that the Kraken is definitely number one. The Barracuda V2 is definitely not at the bottom of the list. I have been enjoying flipping the Barracuda V2 very, very much. But that's the thing, like with my new like understanding and the epiphanies that I've had, I really enjoy flipping all of them a whole lot more. So it's actually going to be really hard for me to do an updated lineup before I send all this stuff back to Ethan. But I'm going to. It's just going to be hard. I have faith in you, not going to lie. I appreciate that, David. Probably going to be able to pull up to Blade Show when I turn 18 in 2028, though. Sweet. What's the Arctic on the list right now? So the Arctic, I still really enjoy flipping this. It is so fun because it is so comically handled by us. It's probably, I'm not going to lie, it probably is on the bottom of the list. But not because I don't enjoy flipping it. I very much enjoy flipping this thing. It's like, I don't know, it's like flipping butter. And what I mean by that is it's just so smooth and flowy. It doesn't feel like there are any edges on it to get caught on anything. So it's just really, it's really easy to get into a flow state with this thing. I ended that backwards, but yeah, I really like the glider. And that's the thing, like with me ranking things, it's very, very difficult because I glaze everything. So long as I flip it, I like it. You'd be surprised how much improvement you can make if you lock in, LOL. You surprised the crap, or I surprised the crap out of myself just a year ago. It was kind of booty. Oh, well, I couldn't even wrap my head around your flipping being kind of booty. Hey, Bali Unc, I'm going to probably pull up a new stream after yours again. Just letting you know, maybe you can join it a second time. Sounds good. Speaking of which, I am actually probably going to start shutting things down. I am caught up in chat. I am through my talking notes. We've been going for over 30 minutes, going on 40 minutes. And I'm feeling good. So we'll go ahead and wrap up. We'll, just as always though, I'll give you guys a minute in case, LeBreton Mog all of us, or Mogs all of us. 67. What's a Bali Dare? A Bali Dare is when you dare somebody to do something with a Bali song and they then do it. You take a clip of a flip and you post it, send it to somebody, and they then try to replicate what you just sent them. So it's just kind of a challenge thing. Yeah. All right. And Tubit, you came as I'm closing up shop. So yeah, thank you for coming. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you've been having a good weekend. All right. Ain't no way I just saw the goat do the 6. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. And with that, we are all set. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the stream. Hopefully everybody's able to end their weekend on a good note and that you guys are off to a great start next week. For the time being, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.